let me tell you about a Palestinian boy, and this happened in the West Bank, which, again, this just goes to show you how Israel's brutality knows no bounds. So this poor boy was playing with fireworks because it's Ramadan, right? And he's 13 years old, okay? And his name is Rami Al Halhouli, and he was shot in the chest by an Israeli soldier while he was playing with fireworks. So, of course, the Israelis and all these, idiot keyboard warriors would be like, oh, well, he shouldn't have played with fireworks. Yeah. No, the Israelis shouldn't be in fucking Palestine. How about that? The Israelis should fuck off back to their homes outside of Palestine. How about that? I don't know what kind of moral compass you have, but playing with fireworks, it does not merit an extrajudicial death sentence, you fucking cavemen. So, they shot him in the chest, they killed the poor boy.
Bloodshed in occupied East Jerusalem too. This was 12-year-old Rami last night, shot and killed as he lets off a firework. His father stands over his body in shock. His mother rushes out from their nearby home in despair. Rami was shot by an Israeli border policeman from this tower. They say fireworks and Molotov cocktails had been thrown towards them earlier this week. But Rami's family say he was just playing around with friends, celebrating the start of Ramadan. The video that captured his death clearly shows he posed no threat.
نقول انه هم يعني مسافه بعيده يعني انه هو ماسك مثلا زي ما بقولوا مفرقعات هو مش عندهم عن محسونه.
He was holding a firework, but they were far away from him. They could have used the loudspeaker to tell him to go away. They could have shot with tear gas, but not like this. It means they wanted to kill him.
Do you think there'll be any justice, any accountability for what happened to your son?
لا لا مش طريق الخطأ.
No, they did not do it by mistake. The bullet was directed at his heart. They wanted to do it.
يعني إنه على القلب دغري يعني هو مات على السريع يعني أنا لقيته على الأرض ميت.
She said he died quickly, and she found him. She found him laying dead on the floor. He was already dead.
Rami's body is still being held by the police. His family say they've been warned to only hold a small funeral.
Oh yeah, so this is another lovely British invention. And when I say it's a British invention, you have to understand something. Please listen. Pay attention. The Israelis, they withhold the bodies of Palestinians that they kill. And they can do it for any amount of time. And when I say it's a British invention, I don't mean like, oh, this is a law that they copied from the United Kingdom. No, 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 no. This is the exact British law under the Emergency Defense Regulations from 1945. Because back then there was an Arab uprising, an Arab revolt, and then basically in order to put down the Arabs and stop them from asking for independence, they had this like martial law put into place. And so the Israelis, rather than make their own version of it, they just said, well, the British Empire forgot to cancel the law. I mean, what a load of rubbish. The fucking king, again, excuse my French, but it's just so outrageous. The king literally signed a decree canceling this law. But because it wasn't published in the same newspaper that originally announced the law, the Israelis are like, they pretend like, oh yeah, well, it's still in place. Well, okay, well, why are you applying British law on Palestinians? Do you know what else it allows them to do? They can demolish your house on the spot, just to bulldoze it. They can ban the press from publishing a story they don't like for any reason. And if you don't comply, your journalist card is taken away and you're sent to prison. They can arrest you without charge, without trial. You have tons of people in the West Bank who have been to prison for years and they don't even know why. Not allowed to know why. It's secret. So, the fact that they murdered this boy and then on top of it, they withhold the body, like it's so egregious. The insult, the affront is so clear. It's so plain. The only response you can possibly have towards the Israelis is fuck you. and fuck everything you stand for and have ever stood for and will ever be, because you are shits. You are little Zionist shits. Look at this disgusting weasel, Ben-Gvir, who's an Iraqi Jew and now the Minister of National Security. I mean, just listen to this man. I mean, to call him a lunatic is an insult to lunatics, honestly.
חברים, אתם אומרים ילד בן 12, די עם זה. ילד בן 12 שהוא מחבל. ילד בן 12 שסיכן לוחם שלנו. ילד בן 12 שזורק זיקוקים וזורקים בקבוקי תבערה ברמות, בקבוקי תבערה בשועפאט, בקבוקי תבערה. אני ראיתי את הסרטון. זה הספיק לי כדי להבין שהלוחם הזה הגן על כולנו, הגן עליי, עליך, הגן על כל מי שנמצא כאן, וזה הספיק לי כדי לבוא ולומר, אני מעריך אותו. דקה של המשרד שאני לא באתי לבקר.
I mean, what am I supposed to say? Like, a boy playing with fireworks. Jesus, you really? You have to murder a boy for playing with fireworks? What is that? I mean, it's not like you came and lit it in someone's, pressed on someone's face. There's nothing nothing like that. Really, just there's something so profoundly sick and wrong with Israeli society, or if you will, with Zionism. Yes, of course there are some nice Israelis in the world. Of course, yes. Every country or place has good people and bad people. That's not the point. Zionism itself, look at what it produces. Look at what it produces. I mean, it's just so disgusting. I mean, the funny thing is this guy, Ben-Gvir, was banned from joining the Israeli army because he's such an extremist. Like, even by Israeli standards, he's a fucking lunatic. What can I say? I really don't know. I really don't know. And this is just one of many cases. Many cases. I mean, I talked about Iyad Halat, for example, autistic, 32 years old, shot dead, executed. It's so. Once again, the affront, the attack, the malicious nature of it is broadcast in such a fashion. It's like the Israelis want to murder you and inflict the maximum amount of pain and make you know that they're doing it on purpose, and then turn around and act like they're innocent victims. I mean, it's like some sick, twisted Twilight Zone episode.